We got talent in the building, y'all. Go ahead and let them know who you are, sir.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's Fireboy LD, man. YSL, slap, wipe your nose, slap business.
Fireboy, what's happening? How you feeling, sir?
Man, I'm feeling blessed.
Yeah,
Really, really blessed.
yeah. I can definitely dig that. I'm feeling blessed too, sir. It's a beautiful day in California, man. Fireboy, man, let the people out there know, you know what I'm saying, who is Fireboy, where you come from, man, and what got you started doing music?
Alright, so basically, my name is Fireboy LD. That was a name given to me by my man Glory D. Shout out to my man Glory D. I'm originally from Harlem, New York, 147th, between Lennox and 7th, Esplanade Gardens. I'm from Building 3. And I started doing music when my pops bought me a computer. And he put the computer in my room. Then my cousin, Jay Smooth, he ran the radio station in New York. So yeah, I put the recording program on my computer. And I started recording. But I didn't start recording myself. I just started recording my friends at first. I wasn't recording myself. I was recording like my little brother and my man P. Jones next door.
Nice.
That was it.
Yeah. So what was you listening to back then, man, that had you like, oh, I want to be an MC? You feel me?
Oh, I was listening to G-Unit. I was in the 50.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks. Yeah, yo. Like, I was G-Unit out. Like, everything with G-Unit, I was listening to. And before G-Unit, I was to what my mom listened to, like Delphonics, The Whispers, Shalimar. You know, my mom was more old school, neo-soul, R&B. So I grew up listening to Boys to Men, Brian McKnight, and stuff like that.
Word. Okay, so what would you so, you know, when you picked up all of those great, you know what I'm saying, when you picked up all those nourishments of those great classics from your moms and, you know, definitely vibing with G-Unit, you know, because that was the now at that time. Like, what did you pick up from all of that to make your sound what it is today?
Well, it was a process at first. You know, I didn't know what I was doing at first, so it was kind of, you know, practice make perfect. I just kept on playing my stuff to myself until I felt that, you know, comparing myself to other music that was out at that time. But around the time when I was making music, it was more, the Franchise Boys was out, Laffy Taffy, D4L. That era of the South was coming back, so I really didn't have, you know, like you know, that hardcore New York backing music to listen to. So I was actually listening to those music, and I was comparing my music to those music. So I guess with time, as the music changed, my flow changed, and now I'm my own personal entity. Like when I rap, I could distinguish myself. That's exactly how I did it.
That's important. You think that's important, man, for someone that find themselves in this music world and not just be stagnant with maybe sounding like everybody else or someone else that they really, really studied?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, because sounding like people, it happens sometimes. We listen to them a lot. Like, I listen to a lot of Lil Wayne. And I caught myself, you know, sounding like him. Or, you know, my bars sounded similar to his. But that's what happens when you influence or you're inspired by, like, another artist. That happens. It comes out like that.
Say that. Man.
Facts.
Okay, so, you know, we got our feng shui right where we want it to be, and we got new music for the world to hear. What's going on right now, man? And I'm hearing you say that YSL real loud and proud, man. How did you meet? How did you hook up with the YSL family? And I mean, what can we be expecting from you right now, Fireboy? Like, we want to know what's that new joint that everybody's gonna be listening to get us hearing your name.
topic, I was being a booking agent. So I thought about it, and I was like, man, I want to book Lil Keith. So I was working for this company at the time called Bad Talk Entertainment. And they had me working as, a booking agent. So I was going to book shows for the new artist I heard about named Lil Keith. At this time, Keith didn't have his albums out, no videos like that. His buzz just started. So I contacted his manager, Robert Lee, and we built a relationship with me and Robert Lee. So I ended up not able to book Keith any shows in New York. Everybody was turning it down, left and right. They not want to book Keith.
Damn.
So, long story short, Robert Lee was like, man, I got Keith popping over here in Atlanta, and the buzz is circulating so much, you should just come be a part of what we got going on over here. So I said, all right, little did he know, he didn't know that me and Doug was related yet.
Facts.
So I ended up going, to meet up with him when he came out here to 42nd Street. And we vibed. We had drinks, we had hookah. Then he invited me to Gunner's tour, which was the Drip or Drown tour. So, pull up to the Drip or Drown tour. No, actually, I gotta run it back a little bit. So, Gunner was having an event in the city. It was, I think, a meet and greet. So I get there, and it's this dude named Ryan from 300. Shout out to Ryan. But he didn't know who the hell I was. And I tried to get into the event, and Ryan was like, nah, we don't know who this dude is. Like, you gotta get up out of here. I'm like, you're not a part of this. So then I was like, what are you talking about? Go get Doug. You know who I am. He's like, man, I'm not going to get Doug. You gotta get on the back of the line. Mind you, the line was from here, was from like, let's say, 4 Cali blocks.
Shit. That's crazy.
I was like, damn, I can't get on that line. Like, I was like, I wish I could get in. So Robert Lee ended up inviting me to the Drip or Drown tour. Guess who I see when I go backstage? Ryan. I'm like, yo, Ryan, why you ain't let me in when I was in New York? He was like, oh man, you had like 6 people with you. I'm like, what? I didn't have those 6 people. So I already saw like the funniness right there. But once he saw that Robert Lee fucked with me, and then Gunner came over and said what's up to me, and Key was fucking with me, then it was like I was late. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the rest of the homies that I knew from Atlanta from back in the day, I saw them too. Put the YSL chain on me, let me rock out with the YSL chain, and then I shot a video with Key. Bam. And then I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. So then I reached out to Doug, and on some like family shit, and I told him that I wanted to be down with what he had going on. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me like, oh, you need numbers. Like, your numbers have to be relevant. He'll vouch for me, but if I had the right numbers, he'll give me a deal. So I was like, all right, what I got to do? So I had to put in the work. I already had the brand to run with, which is YSL. I just had to make the music and stuff and get the numbers and attract the fans so that I could please the label, so the label would give me an advance. So that's why I started being a part of YSL. So I started looking for managers. I started looking for, a way to get my own buzz up. And I didn't try to be, too much around the YSL members because, long story short, a lot of the dudes that's in YSL, not everybody, but they're a little bit selfish, and they think you clout chasing them. If they feel you getting in their way or anything, they feel like, like you not, like they don't want to see you rise. These people are glad and content where they at, and they don't even want to put in the work for themselves to get to a bigger level or to be bigger than they can be. They're just so content with just being around Doug and having that little clout that they have. Gunna didn't think like that. That's why Gunna's successful. He went on his own, created his team, got big. Key, same thing. Made his team, got on his own, got big, came back to Thug, and then they made their money together. The other YSL niggas, like, except for my boy Jet, which is my cousin, you know, R.I.P. Jet, long live Jet, and my man Fargo too. And, you know, I'm not talking about the homies from Cleveland now, because they all bull too. I'm talking about the ones that's in YSL that just don't give a fuck. They it's content where they at. Feel me? So I learned from them. And another dude that I really learned who's an asshole, but Thug fucks with him. His name's BLD. Straight asshole. But him, he's the one that really showed me, like, all right, if Thug give you the go, then you good. You don't need, you know, everybody else around him approval, because they needed his approval to get high. Without Thug, these niggas is nothing. So I decided, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my music. I'm going to push the YSL brand. I'm going to do what Thug told me, and I'm going to get high by myself. Rob Lee saw my plan, my vision, and he wanted to help me. But I know that right now, he's focused on Key. You understand? Yeah. And even knowing that he does a lot of stuff for me, you know, talk to me on the phone, get me in the club, say, yo, what's going on with your music, listen to my music, do a whole lot of stuff. I know that his main focus right now is Little Kid. So that's why I don't stress him so much on the management level. That's why I went and I tried to get other people to manage me and help me, because I knew the direction where I wanted to go. And these people was clout chasers like all the rest of the people, you know? So now I'm at the point where, I'm YSL, I'm good in Atlanta, I'm good on Cleveland Ave. The Slimes, they know what it is. But at the same time, I got to push this Fireboy brand so I could bring something to the table to YSL, if that is where I'm going to be at, record label-wise. Feel me?
What would appeal to people in the industry who would want to say, you know what, I like that guy's energy, I like his attitude, I want to work with him? What would separate you think, from other artists?
Everybody else?
Yeah.
Alright, so what separates me is the hunger and the work ethic. I want this bad, you know? But at the same time, with me, and why the reason a lot of people want to work with me is because they see the hunger, they see the music, they see that I know what I'm doing, and that I could be focused. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that don't respect the talent. They respect the hustle more. See, the music game became more of a hustle. Okay, can we fill this club up? Can we put this song out? Who can we pay to put on the playlist? Oh, all right, to get on this playlist is $1,500. All right, they paying to get on that Spotify playlist. Why? Because they need the numbers. The numbers shows the label something. The labels show the radio play the music, and the music that gets played goes to the fans. So it's kind of like a catch-22. People can like me and want to work with me all they want, but if you don't get the connections and you feel me, grease the palms of the people out there, that people can like me all they want, but if they don't got the connection or grease in the palms of the people that's important, that could put you in position in front of the people to get your voice heard, then there's nothing we could do. I could make 1,000 tracks with every single person in every single state, and I could get 1,000 views from every state. Just because I'm doing that independently doesn't mean that I'll gain the same recognition in the industry. You know what I mean? Because the industry has the bread that you want. They get the fame that you want. We try to do billboards. We try to do Grammys. We try to do music awards. We try to make achievements. We try to show off our talent. We're trying to be a household name. But you got these hustlers out here. You don't care. They just go and try to book shows and get a check. The music is mediocre. You feel me? They got a gimmick. They don't like to talk to their fans. They don't like to do meet and greets. These people are really selfish, and I don't really want to associate myself with people like that. And not to put it in a bad way, but it is what it is. You feel me? There's a lot of niggas in YSL that's like that. And I got love for them, they slimes and all that, but I'm gonna have to be the one to be the example to show them, like, look, if you would have did this, you started way before me, but if you would have did this, then you would have been in a better position, or you would have been in a better place. You would have focused on music instead of focusing on putting people down that can't get next to you, or acting like you hotter than what you are. You're the man already. Get some achievements. Become something big. I should be able to ask somebody. I should be able to tell somebody, "Oh, you heard of da-da-da?" And people be like, "Who that?" Then you didn't accomplish nothing. You feel me? If I ask somebody, "You heard of Michael Jackson?" People are like, "Oh yeah, I know Michael Jackson." You heard of Anita Baker? "Oh yeah, da-da-da-da." It's a name because they put in that work. You're just sitting up here, clout chasing on your ego. You feel me? It's the ego versus talent. You feel me? It's the hustler versus the business, and that's what I'm coming in the game to. Anybody that's attached to YSL, when they see Fireboy LD, I'm the nigga in YSL that's gonna put in that work and give them how it is. I'm not gonna push niggas to the side. I ain't gonna tell them, well, look, I can't put you on. I'm gonna give them the game. Yo, this is the game right here. Don't be a fuck nigga and not try to help. You never know who you're talking to. Artists hit them up all day long. You never know who you're talking to. Give them advice. Be a good Samaritan. You feel me? And people will remember that. Stuff comes back to you. It's karma.
Say that. Give them that good energy and it's going to come back. You feel me? That's word.
Yeah.
That's word right there.
They're giving out bad energy. That's why you don't hear about none of these things. That's why their songs ain't on the radio. That's why nobody cares about them. The only clout they got is on somebody else's coattail.
Say that.
You feel me? Word. Like Gunna, when I met Gunna, he was the most nicest person. Treated me like he acted like a regular person. And I seen his work ethic. He had his team with him. He has the person booking the shows. He has the dude doing the graphic designs for him. But he's still repping he's still repping the set. He got the YSL on the chain. He embraces all the YSL niggas. Same thing with Key. Key do the same exact thing. He embraced all the YSL people. He goes on the shows. He's doing what he's doing. But these other niggas, I don't even want to say no names, but
so say that. So it's important to be it's important to be a team player.
Fargo is also a great nigga. Fargo, YSL Fargo. Shout out to YSL Fargo.
Yeah.
He is getting it right now. And the reason why he's being held back is because of fuck shit. And Fargo needs to be, for 2020, I need to get him to 1 million plus views. Word. And Jet would have been up there too. But you feel me? There's always some dumb shit. The real niggas die and the fake niggas live. That shit crazy.
Say that.
That's why my project is Long Live Jet, man. It's gonna be out soon.
So that's the project we should be looking for, Long Live Jet?
Yep, Long Live Jet.
Okay. And what's the single, man? I know you got this single that's for the drop.
Caught Up in the Moment.
Caught Up in the Moment. Everybody can relate. Everybody can relate to that, man. Tell me how you got that. How you came up with that concept.
Because, man, when you make mistakes, you be caught up in the moment. Sometimes, like I said, the ego is something that could destroy you or build you. Feel me? People with big egos are normally assholes. People that chase the ego, you feel me, draw attention, wisdom, and success, because they don't let the ego overcome them. Some people try to go bigger than their ego, and it's like, damn, this nigga's an asshole. And he's not in this. He don't give a fuck. Why is he even here? But you got some people, you be like, man, bring your ego out. It's just something that give them that little boost sometimes, and they be like, wow, that's all you needed to make this song hot. Now, that's all you needed to get on the stage and perform in front of these people. So the ego that builds you up is the ego that puts you on stage. The ego that connects you to your fans. The ego that when you help another person, give them good advice. The ego when you put somebody that really needs help in the right direction, you know, and the ego that tells other people that got a big ego to come down and realize who the fuck they are in reality. But back to, you know,
confidence. You saying like basically, man, build that confidence in yourself, self-confidence.
Build that confidence, exactly. Build that confidence.
Heavy.
Because there's going to be a lot of people around, and there's something, you know, there's weaknesses to both egos. Because people with big egos, you have people dick riding, and they the clout chaser, and then you see their whole plane crash. Because you want to know why? That person that got the big ego is content where they at, and they ain't done shit yet. Where the person with the small ego is getting places, and then you got people that, you know, they had a big ego, but their ego came down, and now they hating on the person that has the good ego. You know, and then they try to bring that person down. Alright, so Gunna just came around, you feel me, maybe like 2017. Same thing with Little Baby. And these niggas already passing people's careers. Why? Because they're following the rules of the industry. Okay, I gotta pay this to get on this playlist. I know that the person that want me to pay them money is a sleazeball with a big ego. But you know what? I'm going to use his connect as a stepping stool to get to the next level. The next time you come around them, they don't want to charge you, but they just want you to come on their platform for clout. You feel me? Like, damn, I need to get Lil Baby on it. But back when Lil Baby was nobody, same thing with Key. Like I said, I was booking names for Key. I called Scarlets. I called Perfections. I called all the strip clubs in New York. Them niggas shut me down. Once Key went number one, them niggas was blowing up my fucking phone. So this just shows you the ego and the people that don't want to give people a chance. He already had Thug backing him. He had a video with Thug. I was showing him everything, his credentials, to get him where he, you know, like, yo, this kid's going up. He's on the up and up. He ain't give a fuck. You feel me? So, now, I just don't want to talk about the big labels. I'm going to talk about these amateur labels that don't got shit going on that'll drag you down with them. So, you got amateur labels out here. And these amateur labels are people that get a person that has, you might not even have no clout. You just might be connected in a way. And what they want to do is have you around to build their shit. You feel me? And you building their shit, and they shit not going nowhere because they don't know what they're doing. Because they're amateurs. They've never been in the industry. They're not trying to be in the industry. They're just going off an impulse. They're just hitting the brick wall every time. And when you try to give them advice because you're in the industry, you see how studios are supposed to look. You see how shows are supposed to be booked. You see how artists are supposed to be dressed. So you tell them this stuff, and then you know what happens? Your ego's big. But how? You don't have nothing. You're an amateur. You've never been to the BET Awards. You never sat with labels. You never did none of this stuff. How can you have a big head, right?
Right. Totally.
It's because sometimes they feel like if they got a studio, regardless if the studio is good or not, it could be fucking trash. That's an asset to them. If they feel like they got artists, it doesn't matter if the artist got 1 million views, 0 views, no views. They're artists. That's an asset to them. So now this is points that on the ego scale. Once it goes over the red line, and the ego's big, and now you could use all of these assets even though they hold no value. And now you can be big-headed. So if somebody tells you, listen, that studio's not a good look, you can, you know, get this, and that. The ego hits them, well, I got my artist in the studio. The ego hits them, well, I got a label with that. And then they push all that shit that you're telling them to the side, even though that's good information. But mind you, you're the person with the connections. But let your connects tell them. They'll change that shit fast. Because you want to know why? They're opportunists. And that's where you gotta be able to read people before you put them on different things. See what type of person they are. You gotta fill them out. Like right now, my team I got right now, I had so many people around me. I had to cut off and put on, and I had to get the right people around me. But still, I don't know if these are the right people to be around me because everybody hasn't been in the industry. Everybody's trying to find their way on. And I'm like, damn, this would be so much easier for me if I was able to just be around my YSL family, and it wasn't assholes in the set. You feel me? That don't want people to get ahead of them. So I leave to try to do my own thing like Keith and Gunner, but it's still hard finding that team that listens. You feel me? Because there's opportunists, there's people with big egos out here. And right now, I'm just trying to find like people like you, who's pure heart. That when their ego builds up, it's to put other people. Put me on the station because you want good content. You want your radio station to have a good name. You give a good question so people, the viewers, can look. This is stuff that shows that you're serious. You're professional. I want somebody I want to work with. You understand?
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother.
Of course, bro. Other people that got radio stations like Ebro, Little Uzi was on his radio station. And you know what he told Little Uzi?
What's that?
That he don't think that he'll be big. Oh, you don't like freestyling to this beat or that or anything. Little Uzi is one of the most influential rappers in the last 6 years now. You think Ebro wouldn't do that? Nah, why? He has a big ego. He's an asshole. He's a hater. Joe Buttons, another dude. Ego. Hater. Mad at life. These are the people that I don't, that if they was just to change their personality or their characteristics, it'll be so much better in the game. People look up to Joe Buttons. You may pump it up. Ebro, you own Hot 90, you're the fucking director of Hot 97. You know how many young niggas' lives you could change? This is why Cali wins and the East Coast lose. Because y'all embrace people. Blueface. You know how many people was like, oh, I don't like the way Blueface rap. The song's hot. Comes on. It bangs. We love it. There's a blood and a crip. They showing unity. They showing that, we still pushing this regardless. We make good music. It works. Everybody go over to Cali. Thug even move to Cali. Because there's more love over there. It's genuine over there in Cali. Atlanta is even genuine. So now it's starting to get to the point in Atlanta where the ego is coming around. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they starting to destroy what Atlanta had. So now with me as an artist, I just separated myself from it. Yeah, I'm myself. I'm rapping for King Slime. I'm not rapping for none of these other motherfuckers. But the ones that was close to me, and that's really Jet and Fargo. That's really close to me like that. You feel me? Key, my man's, but he was busy working. He was in the right direction working, so we didn't really have time. When we did chop, it was cool. Gunner, when I did chop, it was cool, but they was working. I was happy for them. I seen their progress. I seen them. I was like, all right, this direction I want to go in. I looked up to them. But everybody else, besides King Slum, everybody else is freaking off the director scale.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to just say, brother, I definitely appreciate all the gems, man, that you dropping on the world, and I appreciate the place and time that you in right now, and the knowledge that you have received. I'm glad that you are willing to give it out, bro. Everybody's not always open enough to give. You giving people knowledge that they can actually run with, man, and better themselves. And man, I'm just gracious to be able to have you on the show, bro. Man, I know I got people hitting me up asking me right now where they can find you, Fireboy. Can you give people your social media content and
man, I'm on IG, man, at FIRBOYLD, Fireboy LD. I got the mixtape coming out, Long Live Jet. and we're gonna see where it go from there. And Fireboy together and Space LD, and that's it. YouTube. I'm gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna be on Spotify, iTunes, everything real soon. But if y'all need to know all my latest content, go to IG at Fireboy LD.
Y'all hear this cat, man? This cat is genuine, solid, man. This is definitely somebody you want to contact and collaborate with if you're an artist or if you want to invest. This is somebody you want to invest in. Gillo the TV salutes you, brother. You already know what it is, man. We fucking with you all the way. When we get that cut, we spinning the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole YSL family, Thugger. You know what it is, man. Salute to you, champ. Fireboy, can you give us a drop one time?
Yeah, you already know, man. Gillo the TV, man. Cali Breeze, Fireboy LD, Slack.